They begin the drive with Williams. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Mike 54. Pilot 64, weak. Foxtrot. Check 6 guy.
Again, it's Williams. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Ready. 60 Pittsburgh. Man, that's trash. Buzz.
Mike 19. Don't let him breathe. Play that.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Got an open man here, and it's K.J. Hamler. And they're going to get this up to midfield. I respect both sides on that play, CD. For him to be able to hold on to that football and the impressive tackle, wow.
Did you notice the look between the two of them as they came off the ground? That look did say the word respect.
Mike's 5'4", Mike's 5'4", Mike's 5'4".
He's tired of me. He's tired of us. Tighten up.
Check 9.
Grace don't travel. Out.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. Bad false start penalty there. Now 2nd and 6.
Assume, fellas, let's go. Mike's 54.
Here's Wilson. He's going to look deep down the field. And this is taken in at the 5. A huge play there for Denver. 53 yards. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. And perhaps now close to the first points of this divisional round game as it's 1st and goal. Williams is going backwards as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
No daylight for him to run through there, and he ran into the defensive tackle, and that guy blocks a whole lot of daylight as it is. He is truly a big man who just made a big play.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Now Wilson. Yeah, this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown Broncos. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Broncos are on the board first here in this division round matchup. Forget about the storylines of being intimidated in the playoffs on the road. I mean, that was pretty clinical right there.
Yeah, they didn't treat it like it was a playoff game in January, did they?
No.
That felt much more like, hey, we're back in August, running a few drills in the practice field. They seem unaffected by what they're facing in this one.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0.
Broncos 7, Jets nothing.
The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. They go play action here on first down. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll be out right at the 35.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
Oh, it's a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and inches.
Still want to be prepared for a pass.
Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Check.
On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And some space here. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Down inside the 10, and down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 23 yards on the play.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago, followed it up with another nice one here, and before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Jets respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. And Jonathan Garibay out for the PAT. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Double dog, that's the way.
Mike 19, Mike 19.
Throwing is Wilson.
What you got, Heavy?
This one swung out to Williams. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss.
Give me that blue dark corkers. Blue dark corkers. Bravo.
Give me that ball, defense.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
It's our time. It's our time.
Here's Wilson. This one complete to Givens. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. He's going to air one out. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
A 2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
A gain of 12. First down, Broncos.
7-7, our score after 1.
Here we go. 10 Tucson. Danny. Alpha.
Mike 19, Mike 19.
I got you, punk.
Mike 19, Mike 19.
Well, throw on first down with Wilson. And he checks this one down to Williams. And out of bounds right around the 20.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Mike 19, Mike.
Orbit. Let's put them on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus.
Mike 19, Mike 19.
Record.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Broncos have moved out in front. Well executed there offensively. Defense looked a little confused, but he found his receiver, and that one good for 6 points.
And the payoff we just saw there, tells us how many times they ran this play in practice over the past few weeks, because they executed that flawlessly right here on game day when the situation arose.
Now for the point after. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
The score, Broncos 14, Jets 7.
The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Gain of 7 brings up 2nd and 3.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Warner. 7 yards there and a first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll look to throw.
I know he ain't got it.
Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 41 yards.
I don't think anyone would argue that having that extra week definitely helps come playoff time. And those were some fresh legs right there. That extra practice time and planning, certainly in evidence.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Jets are an extra point away from drawing level. Garibay on to attempt the point after. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
3 buzz.
Right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this, to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
31's the mic. Army, Army. Army, Army. 31's the
Now it's Wilson.
It's just me and you.
He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
31's the mic. Night, sweetheart.
Wilson. He's going to take another shot here. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and the Jets will take over. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. The football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
2nd and 10. Back to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a 1st down.
That crossing route is so effective when you hit it just right, because you get a guy on the move, and then we see the end result there.
It's a nightmare for the defense. They got a guy with a full head of steam.
Not only does he catch it, but he picks up additional yardage after it.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Warner. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now a give right side. Warner. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Hawk 70, 60 Eagles. Set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
Back, back, back.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
Only needing 2 yards on second down.
Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room. Check. Crunch. Crunch.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's Warner, and he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up 1st and goal.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
31's the mic. I got one.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
You better be afraid of me.
And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Quickly completed to the right flat. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. A big one coming in this divisional round playoff, 3rd and goal. Up the middle they go. It's Warner, and he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as they'll stop him well short of the yellow line. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. On for the field goal try, Jonathan Garibay. Garibay's kick is good, and they take a 17-14 lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range.
Watch twist.
On first down, Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Rush in. Rush, Charlie. Hey, watch Sam. Check.
From the gun, it's Wilson.
Yeah, let's get a sack lunch.
He'll go up top here for Hamler. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
A very limited time left to get into field goal range before the half, and they tried to get it all on one throw right there.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Hey, check Mike 16. Hey, let's get... Who?
From the shotgun, Wilson. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. So a change of possession here on the punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they may just be content to take this 3-point lead and head into the locker room. And some room to maneuver. And how about that for just running out the clock? Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, where they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle, or if you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage. You got a chance to rumble.
And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work to run it a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
Right back to him on first down. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 105 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in this divisional round matchup.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Second down at 4. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet first down. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football.
And all the way in, touchdown, New York. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Extra point up and good by Garibay. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a two-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome? A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Off the draw, here's Williams. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. He lost 4 there, and it's third down.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
From the gun on third down, Wilson. He sets to fire deep. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And the Jets will take over first and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
They'll run on first down. Warner. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. 112 yards rushing for him now in the ball game as he is trying to will his guys to the championship round next weekend.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
On first down, they'll run it on the draw play. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Second and 11 now.
Check the backer, check the backer.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Check 13. Check 13.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
Get there, get there, get there, get there.
And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A great play there. 30 yards. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Extra point up and good by Garibay. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
2nd and 10 here as we sit in the 3rd quarter of this divisional round matchup.
Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it. 54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. All day, dog. Bravo.
Now Wilson. He's going to let this one go deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
All right, T. All right, T. Right there. 54. Right there. 54, Mike.
Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go.
Mike's 5-4. Mike's 5-4. Mike's 5-4.
Watch the slants. Watch the slants.
On 3rd down, Wilson.
54. Watch 54. Here we go. D.
That's into a crowd and intercepted.
Here I come again.
And the Jets are going to take possession of the football. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Mike 55. Mike 55. Hey, eat.
What we got?
Warrior 70.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Tight into the right, boy. Tight into the right.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's Warner. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7.
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike.
6 man. Check curls.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Warner, and they're able to stop him short. On 3rd and 6, they'll only pick up 4. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. On for the field goal try, Jonathan Garibay from the left hash. Should be a fairly easy one here. Garabay's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Mike 16, Mike 16. Blue down, blue down. Set hut. Hey, check Mike 16. Check his head hut.
Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. So their move is to decline that so they don't get another second down. It'll be third.
So that has to tell us that they're pretty confident in their third down defense, right?
Absolutely.
Whether it's a sub package or nickel package, whatever they want to run out there, they feel like they can defend here on third down.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this third down.
My exit. Mike 16.
Stay with your man.
Hey, check Mike 16. Check Mike 16. Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant.
To throw is Wilson.
Hey, tighten down. There you go.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
Here's Logan Cook now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me.
Watch the edge.
Bronco 80. Panther 11. Panther 11.
They'll send a receiver in motion left.
Mike 55. Right there in the middle.
Here's 2nd and 8. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
He's crashing.
On 1st down, Warner. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
Throwing left side, it's complete. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the fourth quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
On play action, they'll throw. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
It already looks like they still have some fight in them on this series, because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Up the middle they go. It's Warner, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him.
And the Broncos get there and take him down. Marcus Davenport drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out, and he is going to need to bomb this one. Garabay's kick is good. Well, I don't know if you ever go into a game expecting to attempt a kick of 62 yards. Charles, not only attempt it, but make it one of the longest kicks that we've ever seen.
Yeah, I'm not sure you ever go into a game expecting to kick one of this distance, but all the better kickers, they do dream of it, and they show what they can do in practice and convince their coaches to give them a chance. That one surely paid off.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard.
Mike 16, Mike 16. Seam 6. Let's go.
Now it's Wilson. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. That interception may be the exclamation mark on what really all around has been a good performance.
A fantastic performance. They will enjoy film session. Their grade should be very good on this one. And I think the next time the offense gets the ball, I just think about running it and getting the clock done and getting the heck out of here.
And by the way, semantics here, but before the grammar police come after me, I think it's exclamation point, not mark, right?
You're asking me? Seriously?
Yeah, you're smarter than me. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. He'll look to throw. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jets are drawing closer to a date in the AFC title game as they extend this 4th quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Garibay. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They knew this would be tough on the road, divisional round, and that has certainly been the case with the deficit they face in this fourth quarter.
Check Mike 16. Here we go, here we go. Number 16's coming. Check Mike.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Check Mike 16. Check Mike 16. Hey, D-line, let's get in there.
High 7, let's go.
Number 16's coming. Check Mike. Check Mike.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Mike 16. Mike 16.
Get him, get him, get him.
Here's Wilson to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Nick Bosa. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
Watch twist.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This pass caught by Hamler. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Well, he's had the interception woes in this one, Charles, and that time a little bold to throw it into double coverage, but he beat the double coverage.
Yeah, but I admire that he still will challenge defenders downfield, even though the ball's been in jeopardy a few times in this game. A nice ball there against multiple defenders, and they advance it downfield.
I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over.
Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down.
Watch the twist, watch the twist.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Jets are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road and help seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit too.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
138 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll set up a throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
On 2nd down now. It's Warner, and the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up 1st and goal.
Brendan, every great running backs coach that I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about run them into submission, hasn't he?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Apparently the week off hasn't hurt him one bit. 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, get his first touchdown here in the playoffs. Perhaps the week off energized him.
A great article in the paper this morning basically saying that they would not have won the division without him, and he's not their only piece, but I think that's a fair statement.
It's easy to say it this way. He's their main cog.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Watch QB drop.
Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4. Let's go, G.
2nd and 10 now, Wilson. He's got his tight end. It's Albert Okwuegbunam. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. Solid gain of 18 yards and a Denver 1st down.
Check, watch 54, watch 54. Here we go, G. Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Oh, yeah. Ready.
Wilson. Man open left side. It's Williams. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. Well, I mean, look, obviously there's no 20 or 30-point play in that playbook, but they can try to end things here on a positive note despite trailing big, and that looks like what they're trying to do here by pushing the ball downfield.
Well, let me go with the heavy cliche then, partner. Just control what you can control right now, and all they can control here is how their final plays develop.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. There he goes right side. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a jet touchdown. Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping they're holding a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today, coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
54 Mike.
Bound to lose one.
Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Wilson. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game.